Hello, my name is Bethany Dodge. Welcome to Conflict will be my presentation referencing the book Relational Leading Practices for Dialogically Based Collaboration by Hersted and Gergen. In Chapter 6, we learned that, quote, conflict is both normal and healthy for an organization, and that it may even contribute to organizational vitality. Usually when we hear the word conflict, we associate it with a negative, a fight, a disagreement, or an argument. It's true that conflict can be destructive if we intend to be mean-spirited or antagonistic. If, as a leader, you find that you are coming upon a conflict that has already identified itself as being antagonistic, there is a helpful approach that you can take by using these 5 steps. Deconstructing the realities of the two individuals who are having the conflict can be very beneficial, bringing in a different perspective that isn't taking a side with one or the other. When you take an opportunity to depolarize the differences between the two sides of the conflict, you're able to talk about the positives on both sides of the situation. Next, you can search for commonalities. Locate the common investments and places where the two people who are in conflict are actually in agreement. As we've learned in many of the chapters of this book, using your power is not necessarily the best approach. Heading into a conflict and just telling people to stop being conflicted, that's not going to be the best solution to the problem. Lastly, and most importantly, focus on the we. It's not about you or me. It's not about our conflict, it's about us and the way that we work together in the organization, making good decisions and collaborating and working together for the success of the greater good. There is inherent value in conflict. Quote, if we understand conflict as the natural and normal result of people everywhere making sense together, then conflict is not necessarily a threat. Again, to quote Hersted and Gergen, when there is conflict, there's an opportunity to expand the ways in which the world can be understood. If we can stop looking at conflict as antagonistic and start looking at conflict as productive and as an opportunity for open and challenging dialogue, we can change the culture of any organization. If we simply redefine conflict as an opportunity for dialogue and collaboration, it stops being antagonistic and starts being productive, creative, inspiring, and motivating all across every level of any organization. Lastly, all of the credit for everything included in this presentation is a result of reading the text Relational Leading Practices for Dialogically Based Collaboration by Hersted and Gergen, a Taos Institute publication.
Created using Powtoon.